Welcome to Kart Class, brought to you by 18 times Australian champion David Serra. Kart Class strives to give kart racing drivers the fundamental driving skills, kart setup, and the mindset required to take you from beginner to winner. Your host, David Serra, has over 25 years' experience in kart racing and is the most successful driver in Australian history.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Kart Class. Today we're going to be discussing racecraft. So when it comes to moving up through the field, whether we've gone from starting at the back and we're moving our way towards the midfield and then we're getting our way towards the front of the field, you need to have good racecraft to be able to pass karts in a nice flowing motion so that you're not slowing yourself down too much when you're passing, and obviously knowing again which corners to try and look to pass at and which corners don't try and attempt to pass, because it's likely we could get involved in an accident of some sort as well. So when you're looking at higher forms of motorsport and you're looking at where some of these experienced and best drivers in the world are positioning their cars, you can see that they've actually learnt a lot of these fundamentals from kart racing. So you can actually see a lot of the traits that you still see if you watch back a video of a Lewis Hamilton, for example, or whether it might be a Will Power or something. They've still got the same traits that they used 20 years earlier when they were honing their skills in kart racing as well. So that's why it's important to learn these things now that you can actually take with you as you progress through the ranks. So in regards to racecraft, you want to try and attempt passes that aren't going to slow you down too much. Obviously, you want to make the pass, and you want to obviously get that position, keep that position. But if you make a pass on a hairpin corner that you have to slow yourself down so much, then what happens is, yes, you make the pass, but now you've brought a whole train of other karts into your little mini race, and while you've slowed yourself down, the karts around you in front of you have actually crept away from you. So now you're actually under pressure from a lot of karts behind you, rather than making a pass a bit more on the straight so that you can actually keep momentum up and then not slow yourself down and keep moving forward through the train of karts. So that's another thing that you want to try and look out for, is again which corners are good corners to pass on, that I can make the pass cleanly, I can make ground, but I'm also not losing a lot of momentum on the way through. Now again, that's going to differ. If you're doing a last lap pass, the momentum doesn't really matter because you're just trying to pass that final position. But if you're trying to pass on, like, say, lap 2 of a 20-lap race, you don't want to make one pass and lose 6 kart lengths, because then it's going to take you time to then be able to get to the next train of karts as well. So again, just having a think about which stage of the race you're making these passes. And also there's going to be other time in regards to racecraft where you want to actually work with another driver. So it might be that down the straights, you literally don't even attempt to pass. You just keep pushing that kart in front of you, or someone's pushing you, and that those two karts working together actually are catching, the karts in front of you. So again, it's about being smart about trying to maximize your performance to use it towards the end of the race as well. So yeah, 2 karts are always going to be faster than 1 in regards to a straight line, and that once you catch that next driver or next group of karts, then you start to battle it out again. But you don't want to sort of use it up too early, that the karts in front of you disappear into the distance, and then you're sort of stuck in your own little pack as well. So with racecraft as well, like I said, about picking your corners. So, the hairpins are probably the more dangerous attempts at passing a kart. But in saying that, it's where you can gain the biggest advantage. If you slow the kart up that you're passing, you can try and get that little bit of an advantage on the exit. So hopefully you can break that mini toe they can't pass you back on. That's going to be important. But if you're trying to, like I said, not lose your speed throughout the race, then down the straights is the easiest in regards to getting the slipstream, pulling out nice and late so the driver can't defend in front of you, and you make the pass nice and cleanly, and that gives you enough momentum to keep moving through that pack as well. In regards to racecraft, it's about positioning your kart on the track. So it's, again, you don't want to pass a kart and then all of a sudden next corner you leave the door open and they pass you back, and then 2 karts are just fighting for that one spot, and it's slowing down both karts as well. So again, knowing where to position the kart on the racetrack to make the pass and then not just give it back up the next corner is important as well. So there are a couple of key tips that you want to try and use to your advantage next time you're on on the racetrack and in a race. If you've enjoyed the episode, please click subscribe and leave us a review. And if there's anything you want to know more about or want us to cover, then please send us a message over at kartclass.com.au. Until next time, thanks very much for listening. Cheers.
If you've enjoyed today's episode and want to learn more about your kart racing, be sure to check out kartclass.com.au for driving courses catered to all skill levels.